Chad, you mind to take the roll call?
Mr. Utter.
Here.
Mr. Wick.
Here.
Here. Mr. Mash.
Always here.
Mr. Webb. Here.
I'd like to take a moment of silence for Magistrate Bishop's father, Pee Wee Nally, and also Mr. Raymond Dan.
Thank you.
I believe Mr. Dance, how many terms did he serve? Like 5 terms?
Oh, a bunch of them.
5 or 6 unopposed?
He was there all the time I was a young man.
Wow, that long ago?
Been a while.
Wow.
Right.
You were a young man once?
A young man at one time.
Couldn't tell by looking at him.
Get better all the time.
Time's been hard on me.
First item on the agenda is consider approval of minutes of previous meeting held Thursday, August 18th.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Mash.
Yes.
Mr. Utter. Yes. And Mr. Webb.
Yes.
Second item on the agenda is consider approval of a pauper funeral.
Second.
Mr. Mash.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Webb. Yes. Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Yes.
Third item is to consider review and accept Marion County Conservation District annual financial and annual report.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Mr. Utter.
Yes.
Mr. Webb. Yes. Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Mash.
Yes.
Did you want a little more time to read that?
Done read it.
Make any questions on that?
No, sir.
Good, look good.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Fourth item is to consider approval of HRA contributions to McGregor for health insurance and benefits card.
Motion.
Mr. Utter.
Yes.
Mr. Mash.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Webb. Yes. Mr. Bishop. Yes, sir. Unanimous.
Fifth item on the agenda is consider approval of appointment of Kurt Mattingly and Greg Mills to the Marion County Public Library Board of Trustees.
Motion. Second.
Mr. Mash.
Yes.
Mr. Utter.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Yes. Mr. Webb.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker. Yes. Unanimous.
Item number 6 is to consider approval of the lease agreement with Lease Corporation of America for 3-year rate for dispatch center equipment. John Hoff, you might want to touch base on that a little bit for us.
Yeah, basically, on the dispatch consoles we just purchased, or that we just approved, we haven't obviously received our full CMRS allotment. In working with the CMRS board, there's some funding coming up in January. That's what their projection is, which we will be applicable for. But the only way we'll be applicable for that is that we have to, we basically have to not purchase the equipment. We have to do a rental showing that we're the true owner. So I guess actually I would make a motion to approve a rental purchase agreement either with Lease Corp or with Citizens Bank.
The only issue Lisa had with it was it's got me being a personal guarantor on it.
Yeah, actually, you don't have to sign that.
Don't have to sign that.
But if you'd like to.
I don't see anything wrong with that myself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess if we all make a motion, he signs it, I guess, maybe you have to sign it, wouldn't you?
Seen that. So
Lisa's not here right now, Judge. But no, as far as that, that's a standard form, so, that's a standard, form as far as the,
There's 2 options on here, the 2-year or the 3 years.
I think we said the 3-year was a better rate.
actually,
wasn't
the 3-year actually gave.
3 years is what we talked about before.
Yes, that's correct. So, motion to approve, rental purchase with a 3-year term.
Second.
it? In the exception of a personal guarantee, right?
I'm sorry.
With the exception of a personal guarantee also.
Did you want to add that, Judge? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Did someone
Did you hear
say
echo?
something? I didn't hear
I heard a
anything.
bird or something. With the exception that the judge does not have to sign a personal
There
guarantee.
you go.
just talking about if you can purchase, you got to be considered for the other money.
Exactly.
So if we make a motion to purchase,
No, we're making a motion to sign a rental,
To accept the
okay,
lease.
I didn't hear what you said, so I was clarifying.
yes, a rental with an
I'm
option
with
to
you.
purchase.
Mr. Evans?
Yes,
Mr. Quinn?
thank you, sir.
Mr. Wick? Mr. Maxwell?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Did you get that portion in there about the,
With the exception of the personal guarantee.
yes, okay, I just want to make sure, okay. All right. Might have to,
John G. would have did it.
yeah. Well, you know, I think we probably have to go through Renee with that one.
Credit might not be good enough. I don't know.
We would have to let you talk to Renee on that one. I'm not going to do that.
All right. we'll
Item
go
number
on.
7 is kind of in regards to Mr. Clements. He was kind of wanting to give us some thoughts on that, so we might want to wait
He's
or
getting counseling right now. We'll have to get it later.
wait on that.
Well, that's our last,
Oh, here he comes.
Sheriff,
You're up.
you're up.
We did the exception to the,
Listen,
On the personal guarantee.
this is government,
Well, it was
this
kind
is
of,
expedient government.
It is, very good.
You know what, John? This is expedient government. If you want to get in here, you better be on time.
we move right, that's right. Good go.
Our county attorney is legal advice.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What you can't say while you're talking, go
and
ahead.
like you and the judge both keep her busy.
Okay. I sent you, the resolution we talked about before.
that's where we're at right now.
I hope all of you all received it in time, but we made copies of the resolution. What this is basically an interlocal agreement with the Marion County Sheriff's Office, and if you've seen on the documents, there are multiple law enforcement agencies across South Central Kentucky, and they nicknamed it or put the name on it called backups. And in essence, what it basically does is actually something I was talking to the county attorney about. It gives my guys and myself jurisdiction in other counties and cities throughout the Commonwealth of the agencies that agree to participate in this. And I'll be honest with you, we have, this past year at least, I know we have run into, I've had deputies working in Mercer County, Boyle County, Taylor County. Today they're in Taylor County working on something, but at the blessing of other agencies. When we go to another county, I pick up the phone and say, Sheriff, I'm over in your county, I'm investigating something, and I get his blessing and I'm good to go. If we run into a guy that's got a warrant, we're good to go as far as picking them up, stuff like that. But this agreement will help us when we're doing those investigations that, you know, the crime doesn't stop at the county line. It will extend into another county or city and things like that. So this gives my guys leverage in going into those counties and cities and investigating these crimes further, trying to find the people involved and things like that. It also helps these agencies when they have a problem when it comes to Marion County and they're following up on something. And it could be anything from undercover drug operations to following up on stolen property, stuff like that. They're not wanting to go in and play just a police officer all over the Commonwealth. They can just ride up and down Frogtown Road and pull you over every time they want. They're not looking for that. And it's very clear in the policies and procedures and the resolution in itself of what they exactly are going to do. And when they do that, they also, in a timely manner, they're supposed to be contacting that local agency head and saying, we're in your county and we want to give you a heads up on what's going on. They may ask for help from us, they may not ask for help from us. But if something significant comes out of it, a major drug bust, a lot of money, stuff like that, we profit from those things too, as far as coming into our drug accounts and stuff like that. So it's, if you read over it, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Again, it's not giving them just, you know, again, letting them run around the state here and play cop wherever they feel like playing cop. That's not the purpose here. Sheriff Boss, or not Sheriff Boss, Chief Bossy, Georgetown Police, I feel sure you've met him, Mr. Elder, a fine police chief. He is really road dogging this, and I wouldn't have signed on it myself or looked to sign on it myself if I didn't believe in the agency heads that I saw that were handling this. So again, that's what we're looking at. They're looking for a resolution. A lot of other cities and counties have already signed on. They're just waiting to get everybody involved. This will be presented to the Attorney General's office for review and approval, and they'll take direction from them on that. So, again, that's basically the nuts and bolts of it.
I've got one.
Just something you want?
Yes, yes, I do.
Let me ask you that, go ahead.
Well, I'm just curious, what is your jurisdiction? Let's say that if you are working a case, say in Nelson County, you have arrest powers in Nelson County.
If I mean, again, once we cross that county line, I mean, we're limited. But as long as I contact the sheriff in Nelson County and say, we're over here, we'd like to come in your county and look at something. When he tells me I'm good to go, we can go.
Well,
So it's no big deal.
yeah, I'm kind of going the
You
same
can
direction,
arrest
but
and bring them out of that county.
Yes, I can.
in the event that, with this interlocal agreement, I'm guessing that once this is agreed upon, you need to give notice, but you don't really have to ask. Right now, do you have to ask?
Yeah, the ask technically, once this agreement's done, the ask is just a courtesy between the
Yeah,
parties.
but I'm saying right now, at the present time, before this is done, do you have to have permission to go into Washington County?
Well, and I'll be honest, I mean, we've gone over there to interview people. I mean, it's, you know, when we're doing a law enforcement action where we're going to be arresting somebody, something like that, we've got to be, on board with that county's jurisdiction, the head or chief law enforcement officer there, the sheriff, or if it's in the city, their city. And I feel sure some of you might want to ask, is Lebanon on this? No, they're not. I think, I talked to Chief Brady about it. They talked to the administration over there. I think they're reluctant to go on this time, and that's fine. I understand, but, and to be honest with you, I was somewhat reluctant when I first got on there because I didn't want, at first, looking at it, I didn't want to think, well, some agency's got a bad apple over there that's going to be coming over into Marion County and doing something unlawful or not professional and, treat people right. I'm not seeing that. But these folks that I'm talking with here, I know the Boyle County Sheriff, the Mercer County Sheriff, Anderson, I know all these guys.
I'm guessing with this agreement, I just want to make sure I understand it. Once you sign this agreement, it basically takes away your ability to say no.
Well, they're going to cooperate with each other. I mean,
Okay,
and if I've got an issue with something, I've got direct lines to all these chiefs and sheriffs, and I can express my displeasure or not whatever with what's going on. Again, looking at it in the big picture, these are all good law enforcement agencies that I've worked with in the past, and I don't see that happening. But again, you know what
The question, I'm just curious.
I guess also from a,
and if there was an issue with something, and it's clear in there that, they give that same respect.
Say no as anybody else would
They
have.
give the same respect to
Yeah.
me as they would
Yeah.
their sheriff or their chief
Yeah.
in their jurisdiction. And, if I wanted to pull them off the side and say, listen, we gotta look at this, or you might need to bring your chief or sheriff down here to talk about this.
well, the other aspect of it is too, is I can see, correct me if I'm wrong, county attorney, but from a loophole standpoint, once you sign that agreement, and let's say that someone goes over and for whatever reason forgets to contact the sheriff's department or whomever, and they make a legitimate arrest. When he gets to court, that's a document that if the defense attorney or whatever brings up as a loophole or trying to utilize as a loophole to get the individual out, that's just a document that, hey, we had this agreement, we had that right, so.
Well, and I'm certain that there's going to be cases where we're going to adopt a case. It might have been something that started in another county, bled over to here, and we may adopt a case where it's easier to prove the crime in this county versus
Right.
the actual crime that started there. So if it had been a burglary in Washington County, and we catch a person over here with the property, it's going to be a receiving charge. As the county attorney can tell you, it's easier to prove the receiving when I've got it in hand versus the burglary in another county when I don't know for sure who actually did that.
Yeah, and you see, I think, yeah,
Curiosity, does this I don't know much about law, I'm just asking. Does this close what the common person thinks is loophole? jurisdictional issue? Does that close that issue any?
So if you're chasing
I think
somebody
it
down the
did-
road and they
outside
cross the
looking
county
in, I
line,
thi-
they have to hit the brakes and stop, you don't have to do that.
I think outside looking in, correct if I'm wrong,
If you're
it
chasing somebody and they come to the county line, you don't have to hit
sure
the brakes
helps
and
it, let's
stop.
put it this way.
Yeah.
County line, usually
Yeah, but
that-
I'm saying, when you get to court, being a layperson, I don't know anything about law, you hear about jurisdiction. Does this help close the jurisdiction loophole?
Jurisdiction issue is typically where the crime occurs.
Sounds good to me. Motion to approve the Central Kentucky Unified Police Protection System?
Second.
Mr. Yoder?
Yes.
Mr. Master?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop? Yes. Mr. Quayle?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker? Unanimous?
Thank you,
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Okay, under department reports, Tommy?
Things going on, we're about to start blacktop in the seventh, so let's take a
Oh, that's good.
I did have a question, if y'all wanted, I think Larry wanted to add the Sallytown Cemetery.
Yeah.
Very short little piece. And Harold Elder in Steve's district. And, we're about to drop it, that's falling this year and add it and all that. If we want to do all that, I'd like.
We also have an issue on Gribbins Lane. I think it's something
Yeah.
we need to figure out what we're gonna do there, with the cattle guard issue. We need to make some kind of decision.
Where are we on that?
Because what we got, that road is in bad shape. Gribbins Lane
Well-
is in bad shape, especially past the cattle
As I,
guard.
listen,
Uh,
I'm gonna say something probably be wrong. The county road is ours, isn't it?
The county road belongs to the taxpayers of Marion County, which is
But
governed by the Marion County Fiscal Court.
Kind of like the grantor.
Yes, sir.
So we should have the right to do what we think we have to do or need to do on a county road, shouldn't we?
I would think so. You might want to start looking toward the county attorney. I'm getting a little nervous on that.
Well, I'm talking to the rest of the masters, see if they think like I'm thinking here.
I understand.
Looking at her, you just thought you was cross-eyed.
Provided the magistrates with the law.
Okay.
I just see a
So-
liability there myself with
I
letting
don't
that
see,
cattle guard.
I don't
What's
see
your
any,
thought?
I don't see any sense myself, and I appreciate the effort everybody's made to try to resolve this otherwise, but for us to make an agreement with an individual as far as liability issues, I think it's going way out of our scope.
Yeah, you're also, and I agree, and you're set, and the other side of that is too, from a negative standpoint, is that you're setting precedent, and
Yeah,
obviously, as
yeah.
we know, when we said it today, it sets forth
Cattle
forever.
gets
So-
today, what is it tomorrow, whatever, and that's,
So what are you
I-
getting down to?
I think we need to block off the road. The cattle gate serves no purpose for the county.
So which would mean that we would take the cattle guard out, we would take the 3 cattle guards out, and then what would we do, fill in there, or would there be a,
Area, I guess you have to give them a notice.
If
Provide sufficient notice for the person
if
can,
the court decides to remove the cattle guard, they would have to give the property owner sufficient notice that they could make arrangements to provide for the cattle, so the cattle would not be running at large. And
Well, see, they are now, that's part of the problem. The cattle guard, yeah, but I mean, when you go
purposes
on
so the
out to
cattle
the
would
road.
run, so the county could potentially be liable for
Right,
any
right.
cattle running.
provide notice, we want it to be nice, decent, civil.
Well, that's the
about
problem we're running into for this year, because time is
as of essence?
we can't get it done that quick. I mean, we can't get the notice and get the, on that particular road. We're probably gonna have to
Wait.
maybe patch it this year and
Blacktop it next year.
blacktop it next year. I mean, I don't see,
And that'd give people
Time
time
for
to
that to
make
settle in
arrangements
too when we remove those, so.
what do you think, Tom? I mean,
I can do that, it needs a bunch of patchwork anyway before it's done, it's not gonna be when it's full.
Right.
Because it's got a lot of patchwork that needs to be done before you black.
What would you consider sufficient notice? 10 days? 5 days?
Well, if they're going, it'd be the next year before they
Next
blacktop.
year.
Oh, okay.
It'd be
I mean,
black.
I don't know, I've not personally been out there, but
Yeah, I've
you
seen.
were a farmer, and
I took a picture of it myself.
Have to be proper
Well, I
fence to
know,
keep
I know,
cattle.
right, but I know 2 of them I went to. I don't, two of them I went to, honestly, I didn't see any cattle.
No, I didn't
Oh, do
either.
you have to
And
send
then
a
the other
notice
thing
to
is,
the
that there was a 4-foot,
Still have to
here's your cattle guard, and there's 4 foot of land between the cattle guard and the fence, so I mean,
Keep anything you need.
Well, we're gonna have a year, so,
so what you're saying is that Master would like to make a motion to provide adequate notice?
Remove the cattle
the
guard
property
and give the
owners?
landowner sufficient notice, which we're not blacktopping, just turn that on the motion for a second. We're not blacktopping the road for a year. So by next June or whatever, we want,
Well, with that being said, I think that, do you want to wait that long to, I mean, you want to provide proper notice, but at
I'd
the same
send a
time, we
notice.
want to go ahead and get the
Give
cattle
him a-
guard
give
out
him
and
a
get it,
date.
get it fixed
backfill
when
rock.
you have time.
Because you got a packet.
So
Give him a
that's
90
my
day
point.
or something.
Yeah, give them 30 days,
Days.
60 days. I mean, that's plenty to get a fence up,
Like, he
even if Master Wicker was putting it up.
could help. We could put that in.
And that's your district, I'm sure you can
Well,
probably help.
whatever sufficient notice is, we need to provide whatever that number is.
60 days should
So
be
Judge,
adequate.
so you're making a motion to
remove the
provide
cattle
adequate notice?
gaps, all 3 of them, and give the landowner sufficient notice, which numbers here, guys?
I'm sorry, we're listening to you, Master.
60?
60 days.
60 days should be adequate.
Second.
Is that gonna run into any issues? I know, like, what about cattle guards at the end of a road, end of the maintained? That shouldn't be interfere with any of that.
and that's something I wanna ask you about.
We stop at the cattle guard.
Let's do this. We got a motion, second. Can we go
Yeah, I'm
ahead and
through
get
that
that done?
motion.
I did.
Yes.
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 On the last
I
one,
heard this is only on Griffins Lane, you all are saying cattle guards.
Yeah, asphalt, one on Marlow, or 2 on Marlow, 1 on Griffin.
Made the
I
motion.
wanna ask you about Marlowe. The last cattle guard out there.
One right by the house.
Yeah, and then it turns into gravel. Can we just give him a choice, if he wanted to leave that one, that we'll take that gravel part off the county? Won't be a county road anymore. He owns everything back there.
Was that rock portion part of the county road?
Yeah,
I guess you'd have to do,
There's 2 on that road.
you'd have to do a road closure.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Everything, the first no objections, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
That's a whole other process.
Time out. If you're gonna take cattle guards out, you're gonna take cattle guards out.
Yeah.
Period, right? Thank you. Let's be done with that.
okay.
I think that was the motion, the intent of the motion.
That's the motion. And it's been voted on.
Is the one at Pat's
You got a
Pond, is it
motion
at
to
the,
vote.
Yeah, it's done.
is it at the end of the road, or is it, does road stop?
No, we maintain.
Does it go all the way to his house?
We maintain the gravel pole.
I
But the
didn't
cattle
know.
guard's where the blacktop ends
Right.
and the gravel
On
starts.
county
That's the
property.
way this one is.
But it's
so it
not
ain't-
keeping any cattle in either because his is all fenced down through there.
Well,
Correct. I don't think there's any cattle in that middle.
Might not be no cattle, but there's no fencing on the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's open field on both.
well, again, Master's motion, the way I understood, was to inform anyone with a cattle guard that's on a county road
Yeah.
that they have 60 days to fence or whatever, because they will be removed. So
And on the
whether it's
other-
on Marlow Lane or what lane or how many, it doesn't matter. Do you agree?
It's Rivers Lane.
Yeah, we know that, but I'm saying that pertains, this motion technically pertains to any county road.
I don't hold it
Well, just in case.
in case it is.
On the other work we were talking about for Pat Spalding, we're gonna try to maybe go down in tomorrow, if you've got time, revisit that before we make a decision whether to take it off the blacktop list or not. If that's all right.
So you all have a
Well,
list
you're
of
gonna-
names of presidents.
He's replacing it with Frog Lane for this year, because,
Okay.
that's,
Do
we're time, we need to get our list together, because what,
Yeah, but I'll be okay.
you'll be okay, okay.
Hang on one second. So Ms. County Attorney, you need the names of
I
those
would need a
individuals.
list of residents that live on these roads
So,
to provide their.
Judge.
There's one on Griffin, there's only one on Pat's Falls, which is Pat's Falls. What's the name of one on Griffin?
Riley.
I'm just,
Now, I don't know about Marlow Lane, there's several
No, it's-
houses back there.
Let me say this.
It's
but
the
you gotta
same person
understand,
owns the
it's just
property.
not, It's not only the residents, it's landowners in general. So
Well, it'd be.
any
every
property owner that has
Tom
property
Tucker.
contiguous to that county road.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, property owners or residents.
Right, that's right. So any property owner, not just house or dwelling, but any property owner that's contiguous,
Yeah.
we need to notify.
So that would be that one person.
The county road, I'm right back tomorrow.
Can you provide that to the judge, Bashley, the
What?
names?
Just one, as far as I know.
I can look them up. I
Who's just
got
one?
PBA, it's not a big deal.
The rallies,
Judge.
the rallies.
But
won't
no,
have
with the
anything to
property
do
owner,
with
you
it.
gotta notify the
Own
landowner.
that down there. They just own the house.
Still, but they still will be, it'll
Notified.
affect them.
It'll still affect them, yeah.
They'll be glad, I'd say, I don't know. Anything else, Tom?
We had a gentleman call from today, and I think
That's all
he'll
good.
be back to work.
Be sore tomorrow.
That's all.
Also, did you ever have a chance to order those batteries for that sign on Toadmanley Road? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the batteries are dead, yeah, so.
How long they last? Long time.
Well, it's been about 3 years, I'd say.
How long?
3 or 4 years.
You don't know if the battery or the solar charger or what it is, so I'll try to find out. I actually know these.
Yeah.
The one on Cobain?
Yes, sir. Yes, that's 3 or 4 years, I think.
It's been a
Time
while.
flies.
I know you can order the panel or the battery,
Yeah.
whatever, might not be much cheaper than the sign, but you can order.
Thank you.
I'm sure the sun has done its part lately. I don't know what else is not working.
You got that right.
Keith, you got anything?
One thing in addition to the report, I briefed the court a few weeks ago about recycling mezzanine down at the business. That, to take kind of refresh your memory, there was a recycling consortium down there that got out of business. It was the waste hauler in Paducah that agreed to get curbside recycling in Paducah, so they didn't need to recycle. They had taken a 40-foot long conveyor, motors, mezzanine, everything, and they took it down, marked it, numbered it as they took it down, and stored it in Paducah in a 40-foot pod. It was $100,000 original cost in 2007. They said it would be about $125,000 to $30,000 now. They gave it to us. We had to come and get it. And we knew there was going to be some cost of transportation for it.
I thought the city was going to pick that
Yeah.
up. Yeah, so, okay.
They did.
That answers that. All right.
What they did is, they were gonna pick it up. Of course, we normally share the cost 50/50 on anything, but it's gonna be $1,600 for them to get it. And the city of Lebanon, indicated that they would like to have a pod to put in the firing range for the, officers that sight their guns in and stuff out in the qualified position. And I agreed to, if they would pay the shipping, if we would give them the pod, and they could put it out the firing range. So that was the trade I made with that. So it cost us nothing.
Why didn't you get
You
to that
done
point in the very beginning? It cost us nothing. I mean, you know, you went a long way around there, but I'm glad you got there.
We got there.
Well, you done got it home?
It's home and it's setting up behind the recycling center in that open field. And as soon as we get this building built, the city's building, and we get the mezzanine on, the pod apparently will go out to the firing range for storage and stuff out there. And it costs us nothing.
Great.
You had me nervous, thank you. Don't break your streak, Eric.
Keith, do you wanna touch on our E911, meeting we had about the, deadlines over in the next,
You talking about the quarterly meeting?
the quarterly meeting, and basically that what we're gonna do next as far as going forward is, people don't have their signs, and I know,
Well, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna get, Judge and I are gonna get a hold of the media. We kind of threw it to the committee as to what to do with the folks who have not put their signs up. Some of them have obtained their signs when it was free, and they haven't put them up. Not a big percentage, but some. And there's some that just didn't pick up their signs. So what are we gonna do going forward? Because it's really difficult for us to enforce it from a fiscal court appeal process, only the person refuses to put the sign up, then a committee appointed by the fiscal court judge can consider the case. And then if they say you still got to put the sign up, and then if they don't, then it's a $500 a day fine, and each day is a separate payment.
I think that, I don't think that's a court. I think that's a judge and does that.
Anyway, what we're saying is we're just trying to get everybody compliant and remind them to try to get
And
them up as quick
I'd
as
say
we
it's a
can.
low percentage, because it's amazing how many people do have the
There's
sign.
a lot of them out. It's really helped, so.
It's been awesome.
You'd be surprised at people that say, my neighbor doesn't have their sign up. We get a lot of calls because it's not fair. So we're kind of figuring out what to do.
Yeah, tell them if they don't put it up, we're gonna bring.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you,
great
Keith.
weekend.